A special welcome to our guests from St. Mary's. Saints Field is a smoke-free environment. No smoking is allowed anywhere on the grounds. We ask that all spectators stay off Saints Field at all times, including after the contest. Restrooms for spectators are available behind the concession stand. We encourage you to head over to that concession stand. They've got hot dogs, burgers, wings, and today, hot chocolate. We ask that you assist in leaving the stadium in better condition than when you arrived by placing any trash in the containers as you leave today's contest. Concordia Preparatory School and the Maryland Interscholastic Athletic Association promote good sportsmanship by students, athletes, coaches, and spectators. We request your cooperation by supporting the participants and officials in a positive manner. Profanity, ethnic, sexist, or other intimidating comments or actions directed at officials, students, athletes, coaches, or team representatives will not be tolerated and are grounds for removal from the facility. Thank you in advance for your cooperation. At this time, we ask that you please rise. We ask that all rise and remove their caps for an opening prayer, followed by our national anthem. Let us pray. Heavenly Father, you have created us to strive for the best and to give our utmost for your glory. We give thanks for this football season and the opportunity once again to play, to coach, to cheer, to gather and unite together, even in the heat of competition, with a sport that we love, things we perhaps took for granted just a short time ago. Every person here today matters to you. May we treat each other in a way that reflects that love. Grant to all athletes, coaches, officials, and fans strength to do their best during this event and even beyond this contest in all that we do. We pray for the safety of all participants. Protect them from injury and harm. And finally, Lord, we pray for your grace, that you would provide us with the needed endurance to pursue our heavenly prize, eternal life in your Son, Jesus. Amen. And now, we honor America with the playing of our national anthem. Concordia Prep has won the coin toss. They have deferred. St. Mary's will receive the ball to begin our contest.
From Saints Field on the campus of Concordia Prep in the Battle of the Saints, we are here for a playoff matchup between Concordia Prep and St. Mary's. I'm Sebastian Merrick, and with me today, my broadcast partner, Miles Goodman. Miles, what a great afternoon for some football. We are expecting a great game. What are you expecting to see here today?
I think it's a repeat. It's great to be here. It's win or go home. It's a Baltimore. It's a great Baltimore day for football. I think it's going to be a great game. It's a rematch of a couple of weeks ago, which that was a tale of two halves. And I think we're going to see a very similar kind of battle. I don't think it's going to be a tale of two halves. I think this is going to be a defensive struggle throughout, and possibly the last team that has the ball to score may prevail.
Concordia won the toss, elected to defer to the second half, and we are underway as that kickoff goes into the end zone for a touchback. Coming out for St. Mary's is their quarterback, Rocco Abdenor. What are you expecting to see from him today?
Well, we saw a lot of gunslinging last time we saw him a couple of weeks ago. I think we're going to see a lot of passing from him. He also has a weapon in Wyatt Cotton and Izzy Crockett, his wide receiver. They all contributed big time so I think we're going to see a lot of offense out of them today.
First down and 10 from the 20-yard line. Abdamore will take the snap and hand it off, and he's got room to the 40, 50, 45, and out of bounds at the 42-yard line.
That's Wyatt Cotton.
Wyatt Cotton, the ball carrier, breaks off a huge run, a gain of 38 yards.
We saw a lot of Wyatt Cotton the first time, and he had a lot of success. He appeared to get a little dinged up towards the end of that game, but that was the type of runs that we saw to him. Their offensive line opened the hole. He went untouched into the secondary.
Referees will spot it a little further back. It'll be 1st and 10 on the Concordia 46, and pre-snap motion on the play.
I think we saw a false start.
And we have a false start. It will back up St. Mary's 5 yards. It will be 1st and 15. What impact, if any, do you think the rain today might have? Could we see a little more running the football because of the rain?
I think the rain and this little breeze that's blowing through could have a little bit of impact on the kicking game and the throwing game, especially when you're going from right to left on our field. You can see the way the flags are blowing towards the far end here, that there could be some difficulty when you're driving in that direction.
First down and 15 for St. Mary's. Abdamore will take the snap and hand it off. Cotton will lose a yard on the play, or he'll actually gain a couple 3 yards there, as there was a penalty on that 1st and 15, which makes it a 2nd and 12.
Second down and 12 for St. Mary's.
St. Mary's is led by head coach Jason Bedroni, who's done a really good job leading this program so far. As we get ready for a 2nd down and 12, Abdamore will fake it and carry it himself. Abdamore breaks a tackle and will be stopped at around the 38-yard line.
Abdamore keeps it himself.
Nice spin move, nice run. Kept the play alive.
Be 3rd and short here for St. Mary's. What do you expect to see here on this play?
I think they'll stay on the ground. I think they've been successful. 3rd and short. I think they're going to go to Wyatt Cotton again right here.
3rd down and about 3 yards to go for St. Mary's. Abdamore will carry it himself and sneak it. And it looks like the spot will be good enough for a 1st down. And it is a 1st down.
He got in there behind his entire offensive line and just pushed the pile forward.
Good job by St. Mary's there, winning the battle of the lines there. creating some penetration and allowing Abdamore to get those necessary 3 yards.
10:46 to go in the first quarter here at Saints Field.
First down and 10, St. Mary's. Abdamore will hand off. Cotton will gain around 3 on the play.
I think we're going to see a steady diet of Wyatt Cotton today. Just as I think when Concordia is on offense, I think we're going to see a steady diet of Austin and Gilchrist.
Second down and 7 for St. Mary's.
A rematch of these two teams not that long ago. St. Mary's dominated the first half, but Concordia dominated the second half and won and made the comeback and won the game. So far, maybe similar script.
Yeah, it has a similar start to it, and we're seeing some rain now coming down.
Second down and more pre-snap motion. It looks like it's going to be on the defense.
Offsides on Concordia Prep.
So that will make it from a 2nd and 7 to a 2nd and 2.
Second down and 2 for St. Mary's.
Both teams going to try to avoid those pre-snap penalties. Second down and 2. Abdamore, hands off. Cotton will run right, break a tackle, and he will be tackled at the 16-yard line. St. Mary's with a lot of wide runs here.
Yeah, they're going to the corners. They seem to be trying to exploit the edges there. And what defense has to do there is contain from the edge and push that inside.
First down for St. Mary's. Once again, Abdamore in the pistol will hand off. Cotton will gain about 2 on the play.
Cotton with the carry. KK Matuge in on the tackle.
KK Matuge on the tackle. He's going to be a big part of this game, likely. He's been a huge part of the team of Concordia Prep so far. Whenever he does good, it leads to success for them.
And the defense is this is what Concordia is all about. They set the tone of the game with their defense. They need to have a stand here and hold them to a field goal attempt.
And more flag before the play. And it will be a false start on St. Mary's. So back them up 5 yards. And that will make it a second down and 12 yards to go.
2nd and 13 for St. Mary's.
8:33 to go in the first quarter.
At this point for Concordia Prep, a lot of time's gone off the clock for St. Mary's. It would be a big win to hold them to 3 here because all this hard work St. Mary's has done, and to hold them to 3 could be a little demoralizing. But Cotton has the ball, and he will be tackled at around the 11-yard line with a flag on the play.
Cameron Gross in on the tackle. There is a flag on the play.
It's holding.
And it will be holding on St. Mary's. So back them up 10 more yards, and it's going to be second down and 23 yards to go.
I wouldn't be surprised to see him take a shot with Izzy Crockett, their wide receiver here.
If you're Concordia here on second down, let's say you get a stop here. Is it worth maybe sending a blitz to try to get him out of field goal range?
Well, the only thing with a blitz is you expose yourself then.
Right.
And you got a loose ball.
Loosed on the play.
And a flag.
Covered by Concordia.
False start.
But the play won't count as it's going to be a false start again on St. Mary's. And these penalty yards are racking up. It's good for the Concordia defense.
Yeah, it helps. When you need to get to the about 6-yard line for a first down, and you're lining up now at the 31.
So second down once again for St. Mary's.
Look for a draw play here to Wyatt Cotton.
Abdamore will take the snap. And he will hand it off to Cotton. And Cotton will barely get back to the line of scrimmage.
Step to the line of scrimmage.
So that makes it 3rd down.
And from here, if you need to go for a field goal eventually, it's about a 47-yarder, 48-yard field goal. That's a big field goal at high school level.
So with that in mind, what type of defense would you play here?
I'm still trying to keep him out of field goal range. I think they're gonna stay on the ground. I think we're gonna see Wyatt Cotton again here. I'm just trying to keep him out of field goal range right here.
Cotton will run out wide. Abdamore will take the snap and rook the run, and he will be tackled and multiple flags on the play.
Scrambles and is tackled.
Face mask.
KK Matuge. There's a flag on the play.
2 flags down. It is going to be a first personal foul, face mask on the play, so that will be a 15-yard penalty and will result in a first down for St. Mary's.
6:31 to go in the first quarter, and St. Mary's has held the ball for the entire quarter so far.
So if you're Jordan Brooks, how do you stay in shape, expecting just to get the ball? How do you keep yourself ready on the sideline?
I think you do what he might be doing now, just play a little short toss and long toss on the sideline just to stay warm.
First down and 10 for St. Mary's. 2 pass catchers out wide right. Cotton in the backfield. Abdamore will hand to Cotton. Cotton will break outside, and he will lose some yards on the play.
Again by KK Matuge.
Nice play by KK Matuge there. I don't believe they have thrown the ball yet in this series. It's been this entire drive. It's been all. Or there was no. I think there was maybe one short little pass. $5:21 to go in the first quarter.
Abdamore in the backfield, ready to take the snap. We'll throw here.
And a screen.
Cotton will be tackled at around the 12-yard line.
That's the problem. That's the thing with the screen. If you have a thing with the blitz, if you have a screen called when the blitz is coming, you expose your secondary, and that is the way to stop the blitz is to screen pass.
Cotton hurt on the play.
It'll be 1st and 10 for the Saints. First and 10 for the Saints from their own 12-yard line.
So Cotton looks to be okay. It's good to see. That was 4th down on the play, so it's going to be 1st down and 10 Concordia. Guess the face mask penalty didn't result in the 1st down.
Yeah, unless it's something. It's a spot foul.
Spot foul.
According to the official in the booth, it's a spot foul.
All right, so 1st down and 10 for Concordia. Brooks will throw a little wide.
He had a lot of pressure coming up the middle. He just got that pass off.
Pass was intended for Keenan Gilchrist. 2nd down and 10.
A lot of pressure coming from Jack Bowsman up the middle.
So what do you think is the key today for Concordia on offense?
I think it's getting back to basics. I think it's going with what kind of brought them here on the run game. It's going to Gilchrist and Austin often, and then work the passing game into it. But I think if they establish that, as Coach Pataglia had referred to them as thunder and lightning, and establishing that. I think that's a big key to them kind of writing the offense.
Second down, snap was loose, and it's loose again, and a scramble for it. We will see who has it.
Ball was loose.
It is St. Mary's football.
St. Mary's.
So it was recovered by Alston. However, Alston lost the football as well, and St. Mary's with the recovery. It's going to be third down, actually, as Concordia recovered it. It looked like the official on the side pointed in the direction of St. Mary's.
Yeah, it was kind of a confusing play there because I saw a Concordia player with the ball, so it was kind of a confusing situation there.
And St. Mary's defense running off the field as well, so very confusing there. But it's third down for Concordia. Brooks in the shotgun will throw, and that is incomplete.
Pass is incomplete.
Intended for Marquise Edmond. A good accurate throw, maybe a touch high, but it will be fourth down. Even if it was to be caught, likely would have had to punt it away anyway. So it is fourth down, and out to punt this thing away will be Ryder Bentz. Bentz with a booming leg. One of the best kickers and punters in high school football in Maryland.
Only took about a minute and a half off the clock, Concordia did, with their possession there.
Compared to what St. Mary's took off the clock as well. So the defense of Concordia is going to have to get right back on there. Punt is up. It bounces around the 42. The kick returner will let it bounce, and it will be downed at the 48-yard line of St. Mary's.
3:57 to go in the first quarter, 0-0 game. St. Mary's has certainly kept the Concordia defense on the field for a lot of time.
So it looks from the first game these two teams met, it seems like St. Mary's is going with a different approach in this one. As the first game, they just threw it all down the field. The first drive, it was a bunch of run plays.
Almost all run plays. And it was pretty much the exclusive Wyatt Cotton drive. A couple of runs by Abdenor, but mostly all Wyatt Cotton.
First down for St. Mary's. Cotton back out on the field will carry and take it to the 47-yard line.
That was a nice run. He was stopped in the backfield and then bounced off of it and then fell in the lane and picked up a few yards.
Gain of 5 on the play.
Down and 5 for St. Mary's.
I think it goes back to what we were saying earlier. Maybe the rain is having, and the wind as well, is having an impact on this game, that they're just going to run it, and it's working right now, so why go away from it?
Yeah, I think it's more about right now that it's working and to stick with it. They had that opening play that went for like 35, 40 yards. I think it's more being dictated by success than it is by the weather right now.
Abdenor, the ball carrier on the play.
Although there is a kind of steady rain blowing, you can see the trees and things are moving. It's just not a perfect day to throw the ball, but I think if you wanted to throw the ball, you could.
Third down and 4 yards to go here for St. Mary's. Abdenor. Cotton. Will he get there? He is short of the line to gain.
Everett Dingle Jr. on the tackle.
About 1.5 yards short. So fourth and a short 2.
They're going for it.
Do you agree with this decision to go for it?
Yeah, I think with the success they've had on the ground so far, they have about 2 yards to go here. I'm thinking we're going to see Wyatt Cotton again.
Fourth down. A big play in this game here. Abdenor will go under center. Oh, and it looked like Concordia Prep jumped, and they did. So St. Mary's with a successful hard count on the play, and that's going to result in a first down for St. Mary's.
You have to be patient on defense when that happens and know when to explode off the ball.
So good successful hard count there by Rocco Abdenor. First down and 10 for St. Mary's.
2:07 to go in the first quarter.
Abdenor will hand to Cotton, and
Stuffed.
he will get back to the line of scrimmage.
The Concordia defense has spent pretty much the entire first quarter on the field. They take out about a minute and a half that the offense was on the field.
One on the play. It'll be second down and 11 for St. Mary's.
And to their credit, they haven't given up a point.
Which is very hard to do. I mean, if you're a defense and you're on the field the whole time and not giving up a point, that's incredible.
Pretty much for the whole quarter, yeah.
So great job by the Concordia defense. Second down, Abdenor hands to Cotton again, and once again he is stopped. Gets back to the line of scrimmage, and now it is third down and long. Throw the ball here on this one, on 3rd and 10.
I'm still waiting for them to do it. And I still think they got Izzy Crockett, who came up with some big catches in the first game. Number 1, Izzy Crockett, and I think he would be a prime target right here. Fake the run and look for number 1, who's coming out here to the wide side.
2 receivers out on that wide side. 3rd and 10. Play action. Abdenor will scramble, and he had an open man, but the pressure of Concordia Prep was too much. Good pressure by the Concordia Prep defense. The pass was intended for Brady Russell.
Yeah, I think they had Izzy Crockett out here to the right. I think that was the intended target to start the play. And then when he went through his progressions, he ended up trying to go to the shorter guy. And I'm not sure it would have resulted in a first down with a completion.
So 4th down, St. Mary's will punt this one away. Everett Dingle back to return. As that punt, Dingle will wait for a fair catch at around the 14-yard line.
27 seconds to go in the first quarter, and Concordia possessed the ball for about a minute and a half of that quarter, and the defense stood strong, not giving up a point. And when you look at how many offensive plays and how many times Wyatt Cotton touched the ball, and that first play, that 40-yard run when St. Mary's sort of established that they were going to run the ball. That's a lot of credit to the defense to get out of that first quarter in a 0-0 game.
So 1st down and 10 for Concordia Prep. Brooks is under center. He'll take the snap and throw and complete and tackled on the play by Shane Toll. Dingle with the reception. Toll with a very good tackle to bring him down.
Yeah, it looked like Dingle was going to get away there and pick up a few yards down the field, up the field, and nice.
That very likely will be the last play of the first quarter, as we have officially hit triple zeros on the clock.
That is the end of the first quarter.
Well, this is kind of the defensive struggle that I expected it to be, but I expected to see more of St. Mary's on defense and not to have Concordia defense on the field for the entire quarter. The offense has to start establishing itself in order to give the defense a break, because you're not going to be able to be on the field for that much time and be able to continue to shut down the offense.
So with that in mind, this quarter break definitely helps the defense rest up a little bit. How much time would you say Concordia ideally takes off the clock here?
I think they need to establish it, the offense needs to establish itself here. Anything that drives the ball into St. Mary's territory would just be a help to the defense. And so many of these guys are playing on both sides of the ball. But there's something about being on the defensive side of the ball that is more difficult than being on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know if it's that when you're on offense, you're taking it to the defense, but the defense is more reactionary versus the offense knowing what the play call is. But I think the offense here needs to start establishing itself and the ground game. They've been a great ground team, and they haven't really gone that way yet.
Second down, Brooks will hand it off to Austin, who will probably lose a yard on the play. We'll see where the officials spot it.
For Alston,
They'll say he reached the line of scrimmage.
Shane Toll, among others from St. Mary's. It's going to bring up third down.
So 3rd and long here. Where are you going with this one here?
I think it's time for number 5, Josh Derry. So we need to see Jordan Brooks kind of go through his reads, but Josh Derry's been a pretty big receiver. You got Everett Dingle over here on the right side. I think, it's definitely going to be a pass play, and I'd like to see it get in one of those two guys' hands.
Brooks, play action. We'll throw it down the field, looking for Dingle. A little too strong. Flag on the play.
There was pass interference. There was contact by the defense. It's a spot foul. But there was definite contact on against.
Pass interference on the offense. So they're going to say that the Dingle was creating separation on the play. And
well, there was contact. At that point, it's just a subjective call which way you're going to call it. And the officials saw it that Dingle was pushing off more than the defensive guy pushing off. So, interesting play.
So they'll push him back 10 yards. If you're St. Mary's, would you just decline this, bring up 4th and 10?
Yeah, I would have declined it, or did they decline it? I see there's.
And it looks like the
official back here looks like now to be signaling declined. Yeah.
Yep, the penalty will be declined, so that will bring up 4th down, and Concordia will have to punt this one away.
It's going to be 4th down for Concordia Prep.
So not the result that Concordia was looking for, and the defense is going to have to go back out there and
do their job. That's what you do. You get out there, you work hard.
They are earning their keep today, that is for sure.
Well, that has been the MO of Concordia. There is their defense. So that's what they need to do here, keep them in the game, and the offense will find its stride.
Ben's back to punt this one away. And it's a little short, but we'll take a friendly Concordia bounce, and it will go out of bounds at the 40-yard line of Concordia. So that results in a 20-yard punt on the play.
So the defense is on a bit of a short field now to start, and I think we're going to see a steady diet here of Wyatt Cotton.
I mean, I would think so too. Just take more time off the clock, keep the defense on the field.
Yeah,
at this point.
And they've had success with him running. I think we'll see Wyatt Cotton. I'm thinking we're going to see Wyatt Cotton running to the wide side of the field, going to the right.
1st down and 10 for St. Mary's. In motion
Fumble.
Is Crockett. Fumble on the play, recovered by Abdenor.
Rocco Abdenor falls on it. Be a loss on the play.
So that wasn't what St. Mary's planned on that. So they will lose 5 on that play. It brings up 2nd and 15.
I mean, some of these ball handling things could be a little bit weather related. It's kind of cool and damp here, and a little bit of the wind blowing through. I don't know if the rain is still coming down, but it's one of those difficult days to actually handle the ball.
Second down and long here for St. Mary's. Crockett in motion once again. Abdenor will keep it for himself, and we'll get back to the original line of scrimmage. He'll gain those 5 yards back.
Takes it himself.
So I'll bring up 3rd down and 10. When do you think Izzy Crockett's going to get involved here?
I think maybe now. I think maybe this play. I think we're going to see back to the pass game, 3rd and 10. I think we'll see Izzy Crockett lining it up on the right side and Abdenor roll that way and look for him downfield.
Let the defense hear you. It is 3rd down.
It's a big 3rd down stand by the defense. It's certainly not in field goal range here. And on a 4th and long, you're pretty much in a punt situation here because you'd want to pin Concordia back.
And you get off the field, which is something they need just some time to breathe, even get some rest.
Blitz.
Pressure on the play. At the north, scrambles, gets away from it, and he'll be tackled at around the 38-yard line. So that brings up 4th down and 8.
4th and 8 from the 38. It's definitely not field goal range. 9:08 to go in the 2nd quarter.
Would you go for it here, or would you punt them and pin them deep?
I would punt it and pin them deep. They've had St. Mary's has had such success so far on defense that I wouldn't take a chance of a turnover or giving Concordia the ball at the 40-yard line, 38-yard line. I would try to pin them back inside their own 20.
Well, they will punt it away, and I agree with you. I would pin them as well. And we're going to have a flag on the play. It's going to be a false start on St. Mary's, so back them up, which might not be a bad thing for St. Mary's. It gives the punter more room to operate here.
Yeah, gives them a few extra yards. Maybe Concordia will pick up a few extra yards. I'd like to see Everett Dingle be able to field one and run with it because he is explosive when he's able to get the ball in his hands in the open field.
Ball is punted away. It's a little short. Will take a bounce in the favor of St. Mary's, and it will be down at around the 12-yard line.
Well, we got to give Concordia defense credit again. They started with their backs to the wall within a short on a short field with St. Mary's starting around the 40-yard line, and they kept St. Mary's from driving, and now they've turned the ball back over to the offense. So it's time for the offense to make a couple of big plays and start moving the ball. But St. Mary's defense has really shut Concordia down so far.
Would you maybe go play action here on this 1st down? Because they've ran on every play on 1st down. Maybe change it up a little bit, see if that works.
It couldn't hurt. They have weapons at wide receiver. You've got Everett Dingle, you got Josh Derry. You have weapons at wide receiver, so it's entirely possible they could do that on this 1st down.
Maybe a play action wide receiver screen on maybe. We'll see. Brooks under center will hand off to Alston, and he will lose a yard on the play.
Alston with the carry.
St. Mary's is definitely stacking the box, and they're shutting down that run up the middle. There are no lanes that are opening up there.
They are winning. They're winning the penetration battle as well. Yeah. And they're doing a good job setting the edge, as you mentioned earlier.
If you take out that first 40-yard run that Wyatt Cotton had for St. Mary's, it's pretty much been a defensive struggle. There hasn't been any other really long gainers. Been more penalty yards, I think, than long gainers at this point.
2nd down for Concordia. Brooks under center will pitch it to Alston. And he will be stopped short. Gilchrist actually the ball carrier on that play. So they're trying to get that running game going, but St. Mary's is consistently having some answers here.
Yeah, credit St. Mary's defense. They're not only plugging it up the middle. When Concordia tried to go around the right end, they were there too. It makes it difficult to figure out where to run. You might have to start relying more on Jordan Brooks' arm here to start opening up the run game with the pass game. Typically you go the other way. The run game opens up the pass game, but you might have to start relying on Jordan Brooks to start putting the ball up there.
3rd and long for Concordia Prep. Brooks under center. Play action is going to be sacked on the play.
He had no chance.
He was sacked on the play by Dylan Carl.
Number 75.
Yeah, he had that chance. That play had no chance from the time from the snap. He was under pressure, no chance to deliver the ball out to the wide receivers.
As soon as he did the play action, it was like Carl was just right there.
Yeah.
He probably did the smart thing too. Instead of trying to force it, just hold the ball, punt it, pin him deep. Because the last thing you want in this situation is a 1st and goal, potential fumble on the play.
And now you're punting from your end zone.
Bentz will punt from the end zone, and it will be picked up and returned and taken to the 28-yard line by Shane Toll. So a very short field for
Again,
St. Mary's to work with.
eventually when you're in these kind of games, the field position, the shifting, you got to eventually somehow win the field position shift. And St. Mary's keeps inching up, starting a little bit closer, and they started at the 40. Now they're starting at the 28. Then there's not much you can do when you're punting out of your end zone. It was just good to see Ryder Bentz get that out of the end zone.
5:36 left to play in the second quarter. 1st and 10. Abdamore will hand to Cotton, and he will get back to the line of scrimmage.
Toya Kelly wrapping up Cotton after no gain.
Toya Kelly got him right there. I mean, he just wrapped him up. Nice tackle.
Yes, it was. Just prototypical tackle that you see on every level. So good job there by Kelly. 2nd down and 10.
5 minutes, 4 seconds to go in the second quarter.
And we have more pre-snap motion.
False start
it's going
should
to be a
the
false
call.
start on
It'll be a false start
St.
on
Mary's.
After the penalty, it'll remain 2nd
So
down.
that could potentially take him out of field goal range, that penalty.
I'd say put some more right on the edge for St. Mary's. I think we saw their field goal kicker has some pretty good range, but you're at about a 41, 42-yard field goal now.
Ball at the 34-yard line, so
With the wind at your back, it appears.
the ball at the 34 would be a 51-yarder.
50. Yeah.
Abdamore is intercepted on the play. He was looking for Cotton on the screen and was picked off by Sony Matuge Jr.
Big play by the defense.
A humongous play. And how about Sony reading that play? He knew it was a screen to Cotton.
How about Sony catching
big man catching
Sony
it.
catching that ball?
Incredible play on so many levels, and that could be the momentum boost.
Well, it's a
that
big help
Concordia
now.
needs.
It is a big help now. Now you're starting at about 38-yard line.
You can just see from that last huddle, the players are jumping up and down in excitement. So maybe that gives them that boost. We will see. Brooks, 1st down and 10. We'll hand off. Alston will get back to the line of scrimmage.
It'll be 2nd down.
4:18 to go in the second quarter of a 0-0 battle.
For Concordia here, how important maybe just to make sure they don't even get the ball back the second half. With 4 minutes left, you get a quick score and you receive the ball to start the second half.
Yeah, that would be nice to see them establish the offense here and be able to run 3 minutes and 50 seconds off the clock.
2nd down, Brooks will throw and complete to Derry, and he will gain about 1 on the play.
Brooks to Derry.
So another 3rd and long for Concordia.
No gain on the play.
Both defenses here just playing extremely
Concordia Prep.
good, sound football. They're not giving these offenses any room to work with whatsoever.
Yards are tough come by right now for both offenses.
Credit to the defense, though, to make that the case.
You get to this point of the season when you know it's win or go home, and it's when the defense stands up, stand tall.
Every play matters for sure. Third down. Brooks will keep it himself and will gain about 1.
There looked like a lane that was opening up there, and he hit the hole, and then it just closed right down.
So that brings up 4th down and 8. That they're going to have to punt it away. If you're St. Mary's, would you take a timeout here, maybe to preserve some clock?
I think there's plenty of time. 2 minutes.
Time?
Yeah, 2 minutes, 34 seconds. You have your full allotment of timeouts. You're probably going to get the ball around the 25-yard line. I think you got plenty of time.
Concordia will likely take their time. We'll let the snap count go, or the play clock go, down to 3 seconds before punting. Here's Bentz. He punts it away.
Nice
By
roll.
Toll. Will Toll pick it up? He will. And he'll look to return, and he won't get anywhere. Good special teams coverage by Concordia Prep.
That was big, a low line drive punt. You got all the yardage you could possibly get out of that. Great play.
So it will be 1st down and 10, St. Mary's at the 15-yard line. That was a big punt. So they got 1 minute and 57 seconds to go 85 yards to get a touchdown or get in the field goal range for their kicker.
That was a big change of field position again when you look at where St. Mary's was. Now they have to start on their 15-yard line. I still think we're going to see a lot of Wyatt Cotton here. Although Izzy Crockett, number 1, is lined up here on the left side.
Athamore will hand to Crockett. Crockett will not go anywhere.
Concordia Prep front line with the stuff right.
Tackle on the play by Cam Allen Jones.
Timeout on the field.
And Concordia will take their first timeout of the half.
Minute 47 seconds to go in the second quarter. Good time to take that timeout now, thinking that you can get the ball back and possibly in decent field position if you use your timeouts now.
And to get that, and that brings back to the previous point, get a score right before the half, and you get the ball to start the second half. So that could be very key. On 2nd down for St. Mary's, what would you expect to see here, knowing that you're deep in your own territory, but at the same time, you don't want just like maybe run it for a yard and give the ball back to Concordia with good field position?
I still think we're going to see a steady diet of Wyatt Cotton. That seems to be their MO right now. I think either we're going to see him in one way or another get the ball. If it's not a run, it's going to be a little flare-out pass to him of some sort.
Second down for St. Mary's. About 12 yards to go. Crockett in motion. Flag on the play. Athamore will throw and complete to Crockett, but there is a flag on the play. We will see if this comes back.
There is a flag on the play, and it's going to be on the offense.
Wyatt Cotton actually with the catch, but it will come back.
He threaded the needle on the pass, even though it's coming back, but it was a nice throw. So a minute 37 seconds to go in the second quarter.
A big penalty there for St. Mary's.
Didn't see a signal from the official there.
Call was false start on the play, so it'll be 2nd down. And the handoff to Cotton will go nowhere, and another timeout for Concordia Prep.
So now it's time where Concordia is trying to protect the clock and try to get the ball back in decent field position and give your offense maybe one last chance to get a few points on the board or get some points on the board before halftime.
So the ball's at the 10-yard line. They got to get to the 25. So that brings up 3rd and 15. Just run it here to Cotton and make them burn that last time out.
What you don't want to have happen if you're St. Mary's is you don't want to make a mistake deep in your own territory in a game like this. Yards have been so difficult to come by. On the other hand, you don't really want to be in a situation where you have to punt and give Concordia the ball at midfield. So, but I think for what we've seen, I think we're going to see Wyatt Cotton here and try to run some clock and force Concordia to use their 3rd timeout.
So 3rd down and 15 yards to go. Athamore will hand off to Cotton, who will gain about 2 based off forward progress, and Concordia will burn their 3rd and final timeout.
Concordia Prep, 1:24 left to go in the first half.
So Concordia out of timeouts, but will get the ball back with 1:24 to go.
This would be a great time to see Everett Dingle get the ball in his hands on the punt and be able to show that explosiveness in the open field. And even if he doesn't run it back, just to be able to get the offense into manageable territory with 1:24, then to your point, be able to run the clock down, get a field goal or touchdown before halftime, then come out in the second half and get the ball to open the half. That's a big change when you look at how this first half is played out. Defense has played with his back to the wall in quite a few situations, and they've managed to keep the score at 0-0.
So 4th down, out the punt it for St. Mary's is Reese Marsden.
Reese Marsden back to punt it away for St. Mary's. Everett Dingle Jr.
Marsden's had some good punts so far for St. Mary's, so.
Everett Dingle setting up at the 50-yard line.
And it's a high
safety.
And we are going to have our first points of the game with a safety.
So now they have to punt off to Concordia. So now with a 2-0 lead, Concordia gets the ball, and then hopefully the ball again to start the second half.
Those points could be extremely precious for Concordia as a high snap went out of the end zone, and we have a safety.
In a game like this, that's almost like getting a free 2-point conversion. So, and a lot of times in these games where it's not automatic that you make the extra point on the kick, getting that 2-point is it doesn't seem like much, but it really is an important play.
Absolutely.
So now Everett Dingle will return starting at about the 20-yard. He sets up around the 20-yard line.
So they will have to give the free kickoff to Dingle, who still's got plenty of room to operate to potentially return it.
Back to receive for Concordia Prep.
It'll be Keenan Gilchrist back to return for Concordia.
St. Mary's will kick from Concordia Prep's 20-yard, from their own 20-yard line.
So here is the kickoff. And it will be touched out of bounds by the Concordia Prep player, and a flag on the play. So we'll see what the flag was. If you're Concordia on that play, you let it go out of bounds, you get it at the 40.
That's what I thought. The ball was headed out of bounds, but on the other hand, you don't want to take a chance of the ball maybe skidding inbounds.
That's
and then
true.
And then St. Mary's recovers it.
No doubt.
was kind of a heads-up play. My first reaction, I think, was what you're thinking, that the ball was headed out of bounds, but I'm not sure it was headed out of bounds. But I'm not sure.
It looked like Gilchrist touched it out of bounds. The flag was thrown. St. Mary's is contending that. The officials are having a discussion. We'll see if the flag will be picked up on the play.
Oh, were the officials saying that the kickoff went out of bounds?
That's what I think the original flag was, and they're going to pick the flag up.
Yeah, that's the right call.
And that is the right call.
Nice job by the officials there without the use of replay or anything to actually get that call correct.
No doubt. No doubt.
So we got 1 minute 24 seconds to go. The Concordia Saints leading the St. Mary Saints 2-0.
What do you expect to see here on offense from Concordia here?
Actually, starting at the I think we're going to see them keep it on the ground here. I think they're going to try to protect the ball, run the clock. If they had gotten the ball where we first thought they were going to get it, like closer to midfield, but I don't think you're going to risk anything here and put your defense back on the field. Even though St. Mary's has their full allotment of timeouts, I believe they have all 3 of their timeouts.
First down for Concordia. Brooks will hand off to Alston. And he will get back to the line of scrimmage.
It is very physical up front right now between both lines. Both lines are hitting, but there are no holes.
St. Mary's will take a timeout here on the play.
Got a timeout on the field. 1:07 left to go in the first half.
What Concordia needs here is a first down to be able to just run the clock out on the first half.
Right.
Like what they need, not even a first down, probably if they were to pick up 7 or 8 yards and get themselves into a 3rd and 3, 3rd and 2, I'm not sure St. Mary's would call another timeout to keep the because then you keep the offense possibly on the field, keep Concordia's offense on the field, which is not what they'd want to do. So this play will dictate probably the last minute 7 of the second quarter.
Definitely, if you like defensive performances, you have definitely come to the right game today, because both these defenses have put on a show.
For a semifinal game, a winner go home type of atmosphere, this is definitely what you want to see.
Head to the concession stand for a hot dog, hamburger, some wings, all kinds of tasty treats.
And hot chocolate. We need some hot chocolate.
That is true.
At the concession stands that I was listening to the announcement for.
Some good goodies there. Second down. Brooks will hand off. Alston will gain about 1. No, they're going to say he gets back to the line of scrimmage. Keenan Gilchrist actually on the carry there. And timeout number 2 by St. Mary's. So 3rd down and 10. Run it here and make them burn that last timeout?
That's what I would do. I'd run here, keep the ball on the ground, not take any chances, and make St. Mary's use their 3rd timeout, and then punt 4th down. And then you leave St. Mary's with no timeouts. Hopefully at that point they'd need to go 50 yards, 60 yards for a touchdown, or to get themselves in field goal range about 20, 25 yards with a running clock.
So that would be very difficult. I agree with you. I would run it here as well. That St. Mary's defensive line has just shown up and they have enforced their will on this game so far.
Yeah, they've been outstanding, as has Concordia's defense. Both defenses have been outstanding to this point.
So 3rd down for Concordia. Brooks will hand it off to Gilchrist. Gilchrist will run wide right, and he's going to have the first down. Keenan Gilchrist.
That was a big play.
Huge play by Gilchrist.
49 seconds ago. That may be the first offensive or the first down by Concordia's offense today.
I think that is the first down for the Concordia Prep offense.
With 49 seconds to go in the first half and a 2-0 lead.
Right, that's the crazy thing. They're winning with that being their first down.
And Gilchrist there finally got to the corner and was able to turn the corner and actually go upfield.
So first down, would you throw the ball here on this one, try to get some extra points, or would you still play it safe?
I might play it safe.
They will hand it off to Alston, who keeps his balance and will gain about 3.
Yeah, they did. That was a nice run. They actually didn't mark him down, and he kept kind of moving forward. That was a heady play there. Keep your legs moving and play until you hear the whistle.
Do you think Concordia Prep runs another play here? With 20 seconds and counting on the clock.
Doesn't look like they're in any hurry to.
They don't have to snap it here, according to our official in the booth with us.
It looks like they might take one last shot.
Take one last shot. We'll see. Brooks.
You got it off.
They'll hand it off to Alston. He will get to the 39-yard line, and that will end the first half of play. The score, Concordia Prep 2, St. Mary's 0. That is not a typo. It is Concordia Prep 2, St. Mary's 0. What are your observations of the first half so far?
Well, I think it was what we expected from what we saw in the first game with St. Mary's and Concordia, where it kind of flip-flopped. Here, I think, really came in expecting to see a defensive matchup. It's been more defensive than it was more defensive than I thought it was going to be, especially if you take that first play that Wyatt Cotton ran for about 35 or 40 yards. If you take that out, it was pretty much just a punting battle back and forth until the bad snap that went for the safety. But I think we're going to see a lot of this in the same thing in the second half. We're going to see a steady diet of Wyatt Cotton, and we're going to see if Concordia can establish their run game.
So your halftime score, Concordia Prep 2, St. Mary's 0. Make sure you do not go anywhere. We will be back with the second half after this quick halftime break on the AC Sports Network.
Welcome to Concordia Prep.
We are thrilled you will be joining us next year.
You have worked hard to be here, and we thank you for your choice to become a saint.
Concordia Prep is a special community.
This is your time to explore your passions, hopes, dreams, and goals.
We have the tools to help you forge your own path. We have a dedicated group of teachers, administrators, coaches, and staff who will share their talents and love of learning with you each and every day.
We will support you as you discover new interests, talents, and strengths.
You will be a member of this small, diverse community where everyone knows you.
Concordia Prep will give you the opportunities to explore new things.
to ignite your interest in something new that you have never tried before.
Drama,
Art,
Music,
Robotics,
physics,
athletics,
student government.
explore your faith. We are here to meet you where you are and help you dive into new experiences.
we will prepare you for your future.
We expect you to leave Concordia Prep prepared to make a difference in the lives of others.
This is your time.
Realize your potential.
Welcome to Concordia Prep.
It's a great day to be a saint!
Welcome back into Saints Field as we get ready for the second half of play. Sebastian Merrick alongside my broadcast partner, Miles Goodman. Miles, what are you expecting to see here for the second half?
I think we're going to see a lot of this, what we saw in the first half, a lot of defense and running. The weather has cleared up a bit, so maybe that'll encourage a passing game. But I really think we're going to see a steady diet of keeping the ball on the ground and running.
Kickoff returned by Concordia to the 30, 35, 40, and tackled at around the 42-yard line. Keenan Gilchrist with the return.
Good field position to start second half.
So this is one semifinal going on, and the other semifinal going on in this conference. Loyola Blakefield is currently up 27-0 over Boys Latin.
Loyola Blakefield looked pretty good last week against Concordia. A lot of things went their way in that game, but they looked really good.
And they look good once again today. So first down and 10 for Concordia. Brooks, as the sun comes out, no more rain. We'll hand it off, and we'll gain about 4 yards on that.
This game is very physical. There's the hitting that's happening within the offense and defensive lines, linebackers, it's physical. It is physical.
How much of a factor do you think no more rain will play into this one?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure if that's why we're seeing such a heavy dose of ground, or the coaches are being just a little conservative and relying on their ground game.
Brooks will hand it. Alston breaks off a run, breaks a couple tackles, and just churns his way all the way to the 25-yard line of St. Mary's. A humongous carry by Jaden Alston. And a first down for Concordia Prep. He broke at least 3 tackles on that one.
Yeah, he almost broke it all the way. He just got caught at the very end, but that quite a run. Somebody had a shoelace untied.
First down and 10, Concordia. Brooks will hand it. Alston, the ball carrier, will gain about 2 yards on that.
Tripped up by number 7, Matthew Romo.
How important would it be here for Concordia to put up 7 points here and make this a 2-possession game?
Yeah, it'll be a great way to establish the offense in the second half. That this is going to be a different second half offensively, and be able to, because they got nothing going on the run game in the first half until that last run, I think, by Gilchrist around the corner, which was the first down. They've already established more offense in the second half.
Brooks on second down. Dingle in motion. Dingle will have the ball. Dingle will run wide right. Breaks the tackle. Has the first down. And is tackled at around the 5-yard line.
That's Mr. Excitement. That's the man, Mr. Excitement.
First and goal for Concordia.
When you get Everett Dingle the ball in space, that's what he's able to do. He can pick his lanes, and he's got speed, and those are the kind of plays he makes. And we saw a lot of that through the season on special teams when he was able to return punts, and he just got in. He just finds the lane.
First down and goal at the 5-yard line for Concordia. Brooks under center. And pre-snap motion on the play. It will be a false start on Concordia Prep. Back them up 5 yards.
It'll be first down from the 10-yard line.
So that's a big break for St. Mary's right there. Now they got to go 10 yards to get that touchdown.
Yeah,
so
a lot easier to go 1st and 5 than 1st and 10, but happens.
Still in a good spot for Concordia. First and goal at the 10-yard line. Brooks no longer under center. Dingle under center. Wildcat formation here. Dingle will hand to Derry.
Josh Derry
will be stopped a yard short.
Receives that handoff, takes it down inside the 1-yard line.
Second down and goal. Good play there by Concordia.
Yeah, that was a very interesting play to have Everett Dingle line up as quarterback and then kind of pitch it to Josh Derry.
From the 1 yard line.
So second and goal from the 1. Handoff here, maybe to Austin, just bully their way into the end zone.
I would think this is where you win it in the trenches, and this is now where you kind of try to really establish yourself as an offensive line.
Second and goal. Brooks under center. Will hand to Austin. He is in. Touchdown, Concordia.
Concordia Prep Saints.
That was big. That was a big drive. That's the way you establish yourself to start the half. And that's what we kind of were talking about towards the end of the first half. They got the score. They managed to keep St. Mary's off the board. And now their offense, the first drive, they just went back to what has been their MO, and they did it.
So touchdown, Concordia.
So here now,
it looks like they're going to go for 2 on the play.
You're up 8-0. That's where that 2-point converts. So now it almost looks like you had a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. So now if you can add another 2-point conversion, the safety really changed the complexion of what you did on this play.
But if you don't convert this, it stays a 1-possession game.
Yeah.
So this is a very interesting decision. Brooks will throw. Incomplete. So it stays a 1-possession game for St. Mary's. And that honestly is a win for St. Mary's. To keep it a 1-possession game, and mentally you feel like you're still in it now.
You do, although making it 9-0 versus 8-0, I think it was worth taking the shot at that 2-pointer there. I think if you score another touchdown, I think you go back to going for the traditional kicking extra point.
So 8-0 Concordia Prep. So they are in the end zone for their first score. What does St. Mary's need to do on offense to put some points up on the board?
I'm really surprised they haven't gone more to the air. Maybe now in the second half they'll come out with a little bit different look and go more vertical. They did have Wyatt Cotton did run the ball a huge amount of times for them on offense. He had some success. The Concordia defense, though, did start to catch up with them, and that first run was the big run. I think St. Mary's may start throwing the ball a little more.
Bentz will kick off, and it will go through the end zone for a touchback.
From Ryder Bentz. St. Mary's, 1st and 10.
The weather has changed. There's no rain coming down at this point. They're probably going into a little bit of a breeze, but probably nothing that would really affect the throwing of the football.
So 1st down and 10 for St. Mary's at the 20-yard line.
9 minutes, 10 seconds to go in the third quarter. Win or go home.
That's what you live for. These moments are exactly what you live for. 1st down will be a keeper by Abdenor, and he will get to the 23-yard line. So a gain of 3 on the play.
Gain of about 3. It'll bring up 2nd and 7 for St. Mary's.
2nd down and 7 yards to go. Here's Abdenor under center. Play action here. Abdenor will roll to his left. Flag on the play. He will throw. Incomplete. We will check to see what the penalty marker is.
Flag on the play.
Against St. Mary's.
And it looks like it's going to be a false start on St. Mary's. It will be.
Offense, a false start.
So false start on St. Mary's, back them up 5 yards. Take it from 2nd and 7 to 2nd and 12. So 2nd and long here for St. Mary's. Looked like they're getting a little more of the passing game going on that last play, so maybe we'll see some more of that here on 2nd and 12. Abdenor will keep it for himself. Roll out left. And he will get to the 22-yard line.
Tackled out of bounds by Marcus Hawkins.
So a gain of 4 on that play. And that will bring up 3rd down and 8 yards to go.
Let's go, Concordia Prep Saints fans.
It's a big defensive hold right here. You can get the ball back.
To make a big play.
You definitely have turned that momentum. The clock is stopped at 8 minutes and 14 seconds in the 3rd quarter.
Abdenor in the pistol. Will take it and throw. Looking and incomplete. No flag on the play.
That was a great defensive play by Everett Dingle. Everett Dingle had that play covered. He did everything technically sound there. There should not have been. The referee absolutely was right. No call on that. That was a very well defended play.
Abdenor's pass intended for Izzy Crockett. Dingle, who defended that play, will be back to return this punt for Concordia. See if he gets a chance to get the ball in his hands and return this. Here's the punt. A little short once again. And this time it will take a St. Mary's bounce. And will continue to roll to the 49-yard line of St. Mary's.
7 minutes, 46 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. The Concordia Saints take over the ball. It's a big offensive set here. You can put points up on this drive, then you've kind of really taken control of the game. A lot of time to go, but you then have control being a 2-score game.
So 1st down, short field to work with here for Concordia at the 50-yard line. See if they can carry some of that momentum that they had from that last drive. Brooks will throw on this one. And he has a man open, and it is caught by number 14, Darian Hill.
Darian Hill.
Nice catch. He went up to get that. He went up high to get it. Extended, brought it in.
Injured player down for Concordia Prep. Back at around the 47-yard line. But that was a really nice play by Hill.
Is that Sydney Stewart, in the injured Concordia player?
Yes, it is. Sydney Stewart is the injured player for Concordia. Hope he will be okay. Nice play, though, by Brooks to Hill. It was a perfect dime as well.
From the 32-yard line.
An update in the Loyola Blakefield Boys Latin game. Loyola has added another touchdown and a 2-point conversion. So it is now 35-0 Loyola Blakefield over Boys Latin. Brooks hands it off to Alston. Alston breaks a couple tackles. Still on his feet. He is in. Touchdown.
Wow.
Concordia Prep.
Is there a flag down? I think we might have a flag. Is that a flag?
There is a penalty marker on the play. So we will see if this counts. It looks like it's going against Concordia. And it will. Holding on the offense. This touchdown will come off the board. as the fans voice their displeasure with the referees on that call.
Holding is the call on Concordia Prep.
I think it was the right call, though. There was some holding on the outside, it looked like, by Josh Derry, which created a little bit of a hole. So, still a great run.
Yeah, it was a great run. Great athletic ability there. He showed it.
So, back them up. It will be first down for Concordia.
3 wide receivers to the right.
Brooks will take the snap and will run out wide.
Brooks takes the snap.
See where they spot it here. They'll spot it at the 25-yard line. So that will make it second down and 7 yards to go. .706 left to play in the third quarter in this one. With the winner of this game moving on, the loser of this game, their season will end. The winner of this game likely will play Loyola Blakefield as they lead 35-0. Brooks will take the snap and throw and has a man. It is Dingle, who has enough for first down yardage.
That was a really nice read by Jordan Brooks. He followed his progression, went through his reads. He saw he had pressure coming again from the inside from Jack Bowsam, and he was able to avoid it, step up, and then throw it out to Dingle.
First down for Concordia Prep. At the 16-yard line. Brooks and Alston in the backfield for Concordia. Brooks will hand it off. Alston will get back to the line of scrimmage.
On the carry is met by number 42, Kevin Berzins. Be second down for Concordia Prep.
Second down for Concordia. Stick on the ground here if you're Concordia. Make their defense a little tired still.
Yeah, I think the way the offense has been now running the ball, I kind of would stick on the ground, keep pushing it.
Second down for Concordia. Brooks and Alston in the backfield. 3 pass catchers out wide to the right. 1 out to the left. Brooks will hand off. Alston will get to the 14-yard line.
The 15-yard line.
That will bring up third down and 7 yards to go.
Big third down play right here. 5:21 to go in the third quarter. You have an 8-0 lead.
How aggressive do you get here if you're Concordia Prep? It's an 8-0 lead. You are in field goal range. It's 3rd and 7. You want to get the first down, but you don't want to risk a turnover and losing the opportunity to make a 2-possession game.
I'm playing for the first down here.
Okay.
I think it's time. You know, it's that winner go home atmosphere. Third quarter, 4:54. I think this is where you now start to take some chances.
Empty backfield here for Brooks on 3rd down and 7. Now Gilchrist runs back to the backfield. Brooks will run out wide right. Brooks will run and gain about 1 yard on that play.
Heads out of bounds.
They're going to say he just reached the line of scrimmage. So that's going to bring up 4th down, and the field goal unit will come on the field to try to make this a 2-possession game.
So the ball's at the 14, so it's about a 31-yard field goal.
Ryder Bentz, as Coach Battaglia talked to us, extremely confident in Ryder Bentz. They think he is just an extremely talented kicker who's with a great leg, and they rely on him a lot. So Bentz, from 31 yards out. The snap is up, the kick is up, and it is blocked and St. Mary's fumbles it and gets possession of it into the 37-yard line of St. Mary's. A humongous block on the play.
It'll be 1st and 10 for St. Mary's.
Actually very lucky that I didn't go for a touchdown. That was reminiscent of one of the previous games. I don't recall which one, but we had a field goal block, and it was taken back for a touchdown. And that actually looked like the same thing was about to happen. They're fortunate that St. Mary's has the ball now on their own 37-yard line.
Kevin Burzins with the block on the play.
Yep.
A huge special teams play.
That pressure
and maybe
came.
that gives St. Mary's the momentum. Concordia had that momentum shift with the safety, that special teams play they had. Now St. Mary's with the positive special teams play. Maybe that gives them that lift.
Let's see if they don't go vertical here.
1st down, Abdenor, play action. Pressure, roll out to his left. Abdenor will run for it and gain a couple yards. There is a flag on the play.
There's a flag on the play. The quarterback keeps it himself, pushed out of bounds by number 3, Gabe MacArthur.
And it will be a holding on St. Mary's. So they will back up 10 yards, and it will be 1st down and 20.
I think they were going to take a shot there if one of the wide receivers was open. I think that was kind of you got the ball back after turnover. Let's see if we can't do something big. And we got the holding penalty, which backs them up 10 yards.
So 1st down and 20 yards to go.
4 minutes and 21 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. 8-0 lead in favor of Concordia.
Here's Abdenor. Will hand off. Finds Crockett. And Crockett will get to the 31-yard line.
Handoff is to number 1, Crockett.
So that will make it 2nd down and 15 yards to go.
Allen Jones in on that tackle.
And the clock continues to roll.
2nd and long for St. Mary's.
An 8-0 game.
Their own 31-yard line.
The wind's starting to pick up here in this one. How much of a factor could that play?
Could be if we need a field goal. Somebody needs a field goal late in the game. You have 2
and we have a flag on the play. It's going to be encroachment on the defense. So
Flag prior to the snap. It's on the defense. We'll replay 2nd down. It'll be 2nd and 11.
They will move up 5 more yards, so that'll make it 2nd and 10. Encroachment by Concordia Prep. Ball now placed at the 36-yard line.
2 wide receivers on the
Crockett in motion. He will take the handoff. Crockett.
Wow, good play by the defense.
About 1 yard on that.
But he's met by Cam Allen Jones.
Cam Allen Jones read that, stayed right with him, and brought him down.
He's been all over the field today, Cam Allen Jones.
Really
He's showed up today.
Really solid pursuit there.
Let's hit the drum. Let's make some noise.
So it is now 3rd down and 9 yards to go for St. Mary's. They have to get to the 47-yard line. Two pass catchers lined up to the right side. Abdenor will step up and throw. High, intended for Steven Schumer. So that will bring up 4th down.
I thought he was going to put that down and run. Kind of had that look, but he did have a man. It was just a bit overthrown.
So that brings up 4th down and long. And out comes the punting unit for St. Mary's.
2 minutes and 29 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter.
Here's the punt. Short once again. Dingle will just let it roll. And it will roll all the way to the 22-yard line of Concordia Prep.
And around the 22-yard line, it'll be
So first down and 10 for Concordia.
2:17 left to go in quarter number 3.
2 minutes and 17 seconds left to play in this third quarter.
Think we'll see a steady diet of runs.
I think so too. I mean, Alston has just been a monster, and the offensive line's now getting some penetration for Concordia Prep. I think that could help them. 3 pass catchers lined up out left. Brooks, first down. We'll hand it to Alston. Alston.
Just pushing the pile.
Gain a good chunk of yards.
Good gain on first down.
So that will bring up second down and 4 yards to go.
Alston just runs downhill. He's very difficult to wrap him up and tackle him. He just has that ability to keep pushing and pushing the pile forward. Showing 3 wide receivers to the right again.
Second down, Brooks, hands off, Alston gets to the 30. So a gain of 2, and it'll bring up third down and 2.
Yard line by Jaden Alston.
Alston gets the ball here again,
Concordia Prep.
potentially.
Yeah, I think so. They're showing like the widespread, 3 wide receivers to either side, either left or right, and using that to kind of spread out the defense a bit.
So third down and 2, an important down for St. Mary's to get off the field here potentially.
You want to do something tricky, go a little play action, run Alston into the middle, and hit Josh Derry. Whoop.
They jumped. It
Yes,
looked
they
like
did.
St. Mary's jumped. They did. It's going to result in a first down. What a break that is for Concordia Prep.
St. Mary's have been pretty disciplined up front. They really hadn't seen that out of them today, but that came at not the best time for them. Clock will keep running. This will probably be the last play of the third quarter.
37 seconds left to play and counting. Brooks and Alston in the backfield. Brooks will hand off. Alston will gain about 2.5, 3 yards.
He has a really quick step into the hole. When you watch him, he just takes the ball and that hole opens. And he's got a quick step right in there. That should end the third quarter.
7 seconds left and counting. Concordia Prep will not run another play. And we have hit triple zeros here at the end of the third quarter. The score, Concordia Prep 8 and St. Mary's 0. How would you sum up the third quarter?
Same way as the first and second quarter. We saw a lot of defense. We saw the offense finally establish themselves, and they're able to move the ball now on the ground. So either they saw something in the first half that they then were able to game plan and use in this third quarter, because that first drive of the third quarter was big. That was one of the best drives we've seen all season, and it's a shame that there was the holding call that had the other touchdown called back, because Alston was really running the ball well. You could see the athleticism there.
What do you expect to see in the fourth quarter?
I think it's a 1-possession game. I don't think anybody's going to do anything out of the box. I think we're going to see just a lot of running on both teams. I think it'll come down to those last couple minutes and who has possession, and if it's a 1-possession game. If it continues to be a 1-possession game, we could see runs all the way to the end. If it becomes a 2-possession game, St. Mary's is going to have to go to the air a little bit more.
As we are back here at the fourth quarter, getting ready to resume play. Second down. Handoff is to Alston, who breaks a tackle and will get to about the 41-yard line. So that will make it third down and 4 yards to go. 3rd and 4, would you throw here or run it here?
I might try a little play action like I was thinking, the last one before the offsides, where I would fake Alston into the line and then look for Josh Derry, not long, but have him sit down in the zone somewhere 7 to 10 yards out and try to change up and show a different look to the defense.
Big third down here for both sides.
3 wide receivers to the left, 1 to the right.
Crowd getting into it here. 3rd down and 4.
Whistle.
Flag on the play. And it's going to be on the offense.
What was that call?
The referees will come and discuss this now.
11:16 to go in the 4th quarter.
Could be a potential delay of game situation. Flag will be picked up, so it will stay 3rd down and 4.
Flag is waved off.
And the clock continues to run. So that's good for Concordia Prep. 3rd down, Brooks will take the snap, breaks the tackle, rolls out left, flag on the play. Brooks with the spin move will be about a yard short, but there is a penalty marker down.
It's close to the 1st down marker, but there's a
Holding on the offense. So you're going to back them up, and it's going to be 3rd down and 14 yards to go. So that takes away a potential 4th and 1 opportunity to go for it. 3rd down and long. Going to throw it here most likely.
Yeah, you would think. I don't know. Had a lot of success with those just a lot of success on the ground recently. It just really depends what you think you can accomplish by going to the air. If you think you can really get the 1st down, or if you want to play it a little safer and pick up 8 or 10 yards and punt the ball.
It'll be 3rd and about 20.
I think I would keep the ball on the ground here.
So ball's at the 26-yard line. They have to get to the 45, so it's going to be 3rd down and 19 actually, as the hold was even further back in the backfield. Brooks will take the snap, throw, incomplete. Looking for Hill.
Intended for number 14, Darian Hill.
So that brings up 4th down and 19, and the punting unit comes on for Concordia Prep.
It was worth a shot. Sometimes you got to take those shots, especially the 4th quarter of a big game like this and a tight game. Worth a shot.
Ryder Bent's on to punt this one away. Back for St. Mary's as the return man is Shane Toll. Here's the punt. Almost another block by St. Mary's. And that will go out of bounds at the 37-yard line of St. Mary's.
They'll take over at their own 37-yard line.
So 8-0, 10:22 left to go. St. Mary's down 8. What do you expect to see from St. Mary's here on this offensive possession?
I think we're going to still see a lot of the ground game. I think we'll looking to see where is Wyatt Cotton.
Cotton is in the backfield.
Yeah, I think we're going to still see a lot of Wyatt Cotton and a lot of the run game.
1st down for St. Mary's. Abdenor hands to Cotton. Cotton will push his way to the 41-yard line. Gains 4 and brings up 2nd down and 6.
There's a ton of time left. It's a one-possession game. This is what you do. You just stick with what has brought you this far. And with Concordia, it's their defense. And St. Mary's, this has been their offense that we've seen, has been heavy to the run.
Second down here for St. Mary's. Abdamore in the pistol. Will hand off, and Cotton will gain 1 yard on that. So now 3rd down and 5 for St. Mary's. If you're Concordia on defense, you sending pressure here?
No, I'm playing for the run.
Okay.
I'm playing strictly here for the run. And I'm keeping my normal, but playing my normal secondary, but I wouldn't bring the pressure because I'm afraid then they might counter with a screen, but I think it's going to be a run play.
9 minutes left to go here in the 4th quarter. Abdamore in the pistol. Cotton in the backfield. 2 pass catchers out wide right. Play action. Abdamore has his man, and it is caught by Izzy Crockett. Crockett will have enough for the 1st down.
He got that pass off under enormous pressure.
Yeah, no doubt. A gutsy play by Abdamore.
Yep.
Big 1st down. I think that's the first 1st down conversion for St. Mary's in the 2nd half. So we'll see if they can build something here on this offensive drive. Clock continuing to roll. 8 minutes and 20 seconds left to play. Abdamore, play action. We'll take a shot. A little too strong. Intended for Logan Sterling.
Intended for number 11, Logan Sterling.
Concordia is ramping up the pressure, that's for sure, on the rush.
Yeah, they sent pressure on that 3rd down and 5, and they sent pressure on that 1st down as well.
Right.
2nd down and 10. Do you expect to see them go back to the ground here?
I think it's well, I don't know. Maybe right now they're rethinking and going to a little bit of a change in game plan where they want to get a little bit more vertical. But they've usually been pretty balanced.
2nd down and 10. Handoff reverse to Crockett. Crockett will advance to the 46-yard line.
Takes it into Concordia Prep territory.
So he gains about 6 on that play, and that will bring up a 3rd down and 4. Generous spot by the officials. Looks they're going to give him a gain of 7 on that.
Yeah, it's more like a long 3.
So, yeah, 3rd down and a long 3. Abdamore will keep it for himself.
Start.
Flag on the play.
Got a false start.
And it will be a false start on St. Mary's. So that false start will back them up, and it brings up 3rd down and a long 8.
Let's do it again.
It looked like on that play it was an RPO quarterback run on that.
Yeah.
So probably going to go to the air now on 3rd down and 8.
I think you're getting into that time now where even though it's a 1-possession game, you're under 7 minutes. Time becomes critical when you're trailing.
Here's Abdamore, play action. Will step up. Abdamore will run for it and be tackled at the 49-yard line.
Tackled from behind by number 36.
So that
Cam
brings
Allen
up
Jones again.
4th down and 7.
Cam Allen Jones has been in pursuit a lot of this game, coming and tracking, coming from behind and bringing guys down. Nice play.
4th and 7, and it looks like the offense is staying on the field for this one. Do you agree with the decision here to go for it?
I would think if it was me, I would actually punt here, and there's a lot of time left. 6 minutes. It's a one-possession game. But if it's successful, then I agree with the coach.
We're in the lucky position to be the broadcasters here. So humongous play, 4th down and 7. Abdenor will take the snap. Pressure. Abdenor will scramble. Abdenor will throw, and it is caught. However, there are flags on the play.
Number 11, Logan
Thought assault holding against St. Mary's.
It's going to be coming back.
And it is on St. Mary's.
Holding St. Mary's.
So 4th and 8 now becomes 4th and 18, and you will likely see the punting unit. And you will. The punting unit will come on the field for St. Mary's.
It was a terrific catch by the wide receiver.
And a great scramble by Abdenor.
Let's go, Concordia Prep fans. After the penalty, it is 4th down.
Be aware of a fake.
Yeah, could be.
Reese Marston back to punt it away.
We've got confusion on the St. Mary's.
We've got a timeout
by St. Mary's. That could come back large. Special teams did not get on the field in time.
Yeah, there were personnel issues.
So they have to burn their first timeout of 3, and they might need that coming down the stretch.
You never want to have to use a timeout for personnel issues. That could end up coming back to haunt them in the last couple of minutes of the game.
In that situation, it's 4th and 18. Would you just take the delay of game maybe and go 4th and 23 and keep that timeout?
So, yeah, I mean, that's a thought. The timeout late in the game could be more important than those 5 yards.
So, timeout taken. 4th down and 18, 5 minutes and 13 seconds left to go.
I'd love to see Everett Dingle get a run here.
Punt is up.
Nope, not going to get a chance.
He won't get it. Maybe he will. The ball will let it bounce. He will not get a chance, and it will be down at the 17-yard line of Concordia Prep with 5 minutes and 2 seconds left to go.
At their own 17-yard
So
line,
opportunity here for Concordia Prep just to run this clock out, quite frankly.
Run the clock out, or at least run it down.
Yeah, no doubt.
Keep taking, and now St. Mary's only has the 2 timeouts to stop the clock. But if you keep the ball on the ground, you're going to run. You should be able to run
some time down.
Almost at least 2 minutes off of the clock here.
Or they'd have to burn those 2 timeouts early, and they'd be out. So.
Yeah, I don't think they'll be burning them here or using any of the timeouts. I think that those are going to be for their final opportunity to protect whatever time they can, especially if they're still down only by 1 score.
So 1st down, Wildcat formation again for Concordia Prep. Dingle will take the snap and hand it to Derry. They ran this play earlier, and he'll gain about 3 yards with a flag on the play.
Holding Concordia.
Yep, it will be holding on Concordia.
Holding is the call on Concordia Prep.
So it's a spot foul.
So
Correct.
We'll see. It is a spot foul, so we will see where they spot it. But it is on Concordia Prep. Ball will be spotted at the 10-yard line. The 10 or the 9. The 9.5-yard line. We'll go with that.
Compromise.
So that'll bring up 1st down and 19 yards to go. Wildcat again. Dingle will keep it this time. Dingle will gain about 10.
Dingle keeps it himself.
So get back to the original line of scrimmage.
And the clock keeps running. 4:33 to go in the 4th quarter.
And around 9.
If you're the Concordia offense, you don't want to be in a hurry to get to the line of scrimmage, but you do want to keep your tempo.
back-to-back Wildcat plays there ran by Concordia.
Showing a different look in the in crunch time.
And Brooks still not in the game. Dingle once again will take the snap. Dingle will hand it off. Derry will break a tackle and be tackled at the 26-yard line.
Forward, closer to the first down line to gain, but he's short. It'll be 3rd down and short for Concordia Prep.
It's a crucial play right here.
So 3rd down and 2 yards to go for Concordia Prep. The clock stopped as Derry was tackled out of bounds, so that is key for St. Mary's as well.
Yeah, that saves them a timeout and keeps the clock from running.
So 3rd and 2. We'll see what they do here. Still will stay in the Wildcat. It's worked so far. Looks like some confusion on Concordia lining up. Dingle trying to sort that out. 3rd down and 2. Motion. Dingle will keep it for himself. And he has the first down.
That was huge.
Dingle with a gain of 5. First down, Concordia Prep.
That was a huge play. Now the clock runs. Now you can sort of dictate the time, the tempo, and force St. Mary's to start using those last 2 timeouts.
Clock at 3:30 and running. Concordia Prep can snap this at like 3:05. So
yeah, there's no hurry to the offensive line to line up and snap, but there is something about keeping your tempo because you still have to. You don't want to lose that tempo that they've got right now, but they are going to take it down.
One more first down, and Concordia will be sitting pretty. Handoff is to Derry. Derry will take the forward pass and will gain about 2.
Gain of 2 on the play.
If you're St. Mary's, when would you start using those timeouts?
Probably on about when Concordia gets the 3rd down.
Okay, so that'll be the next play potentially.
Yeah, if they don't, their next, like, because if you start taking them on 1st and 2nd down, then they'll burn the time on 3rd and 4th. But so you got to get into that position.
2nd down here for Concordia Prep.
Really, Concordia needs, like you just said, one more first down.
Dingle will take the handoff and will push his way to about the 41-yard line. And timeout will be called by St. Mary's. That is their 2nd timeout.
We got a timeout on the field.
So we have a 3rd
down and 5 yards to go. A first down here pretty much does it.
Yeah, a first down here would do it.
So
let's seal the deal.
Humongous play, a must stop for St. Mary's.
And then if you're St. Mary's, if you hold them here, you call your last timeout. Then you get the ball back with about 2 minutes to go, a little under 2 minutes to go with no timeout. So you still have plenty of time, even with no timeouts, to try to go how many 50, 60, 70 yards that you'll need to go, and then you'll need to get that 2-point conversion on top of it.
Would you stay in the Wildcat formation here?
I think so. You've done it. You've done it so far. I think I'll stay.
So 3rd down and 5.
Because you know you're going to keep it on the ground, so you might as well have all your speed guys in there.
They will stay in the Wildcat. Dingle will be under center and take the snap. Dingle will keep it for himself. Dingle has the yardage. First down for Concordia.
Move those chains.
It's enough for a Saints.
First down. That was huge, and that was Second effort by Everett, Mr. Excitement
2 minutes
Dingle.
left in the game. 2 minutes.
So under 2 minutes.
St. Mary's with one timeout.
With one timeout left to go. That pretty much does it. I mean, they just be safe, keep the ball on the ground.
Just execute the snap and don't fumble here. Just protect the ball. Right now, that's all you have to do is protect the ball. 1:36 to go. Just all you have to do is protect the ball.
Dingle will take the snap. Hand off to Derry.
And don't go out of bounds.
Derry has the first down.
Put the ball away.
Derry will be tackled, and that will do it.
Enough for another Concordia Prep first down.
St. Mary's, even with that one timeout, don't have enough timeouts to stop the clock. They have just burned that last timeout. 2 kneel downs, and this game will be over.
What a game. What a defensive struggle, but just a credit to both teams, both defenses really played like this was they played at the level of a championship game.
A win and you're in for the state final. Lose and you go home. It will be a win for Concordia Prep. And a great performance by that defensive line, who just, they have to be the stars of the game. Just the penetration that they had. Go back to the first quarter where they were on the field constantly.
Yeah, they were on the field.
Extremely impressive.
They were on the field like 13 of the 15. They were on the field probably about 10 of the first 12 minutes of that first quarter. And that first play, it looked like St. Mary's was going to dictate what was going to happen today, but Concordia's defense definitely responded. And now the minute and 15 seconds ago, it's just really the offense to go in the victory formation and protect the ball.
Brooks in victory formation will take the knee.
Brooks takes the knee.
A tough end to the season for St. Mary's, but for Concordia, a rematch coming up next with Loyola Blakefield.
It's going to be a heck of a game against Loyola. Have to give credit to St. Mary's. Both these games that they've played against Concordia have been really fun to watch. They are well coached. They're a good team. It's just a shame that that's the way it goes. That somebody has to go home at the end of the day.
One more snap by Brooks, and that will do it.
Holy mackerel.
Concordia Prep will move on to the final.
Well, we thought it was going to be a defensive struggle. It was a bigger defensive struggle than I expected it even to be. That both offenses had such difficulty moving the ball, but Concordia came out to open the second half and just found the lanes and was able to take it in for that one touchdown.
And we have officially hit triple zeros. 8-0 is your final score.
Are going to the finals.
Concordia Prep 8, St. Mary's 0. What are your final thoughts from this one?
I think it was pretty much what we expected. It was a great game. Both teams were prepared. It was a really fun game to watch. I think next week is going to be another rematch. Is the rematch against Loyola. You got to forget about what happened last time, and you go into the championship game and play like champions.
For my broadcaster, Miles Goodman, I am Sebastian Merrick. Thank you for watching this broadcast on the AC Sports Network. Your final score, the Concordia Prep Saints 8 and the St. Mary's Saints 0. Thank you, and have a great rest of your weekend.